dear students, how are you? I hope all are you good. Welcome back to another class. Today, let me start SST chapter number 4. Air. Composition of the atmosphere, atmospheric pressure, weather and climate, humidity, precipitation, structure of the atmosphere, air pollution, winds, types of condition, condensation. So, इस पार्ट में हम पढ़ेंगे हवा के बारे में. हवा मतलब जो ये हमारा एटमॉस्फेयर है, जो ये हमारा वातावरण है, इसमें क्या होता है, एक थिन पतली सी लेयर होती है, ठीक है, जिसमें जो गैसों का मिक्सचर होता है, ठीक है, उसको बोलते हैं हम एटमॉस्फेयर. Our earth is surrounded by a layer of air that is called atmosphere. Okay, so it is a gaseous envelope extending thousands of kilometers above the earth's surface. The atmosphere is held by the gravitational force of the earth, though the atmosphere extends beyond 1500 kilometers above the earth. Okay, 1970 offers lies within a height of 27 kilometers for the earth's surface. This is greater in the lower layers than in the upper layers. यानी कि हमारे पर्यावरण में जो एक मिक्सचर होता है गैसों का, जो पतली परत होती है, वो हवा यानी उसको एटमॉस्फेयर कहते हैं. ये गैसों का मिक्सचर है और ये कई कई किलोमीटर तक पूरे अर्थ सरफेस में, मतलब कई किलोमीटर तक ये फैला हुआ है. द एटमॉस्फेयर, ये ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, अर्थ का, पृथ्वी का ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है ये, ठीक है. तो ये एक्सटेंड बियॉन्ड 1500 किलोमीटर अर्थ, पृथ्वी से 1500 किलोमीटर ऊपर ये होता है. 97% it lies within a height of 27 kilometer from the earth surface. So this is greater in the lower layers, in the upper layers. The influence of the atmosphere on humans is not only direct but also indirect through natural vegetation, soil and topography. The atmosphere protect the earth. जो एटमॉस्फेयर होता है वो हमारी पृथ्वी को क्या करता है, प्रोटेक्ट करता है. जो मतलब रेडिएशन होती हैं, जो सीधी जो किरणें होती हैं, किसी भी चीज मतलब उसकी हो, तो वो डायरेक्ट हम पर ना पड़े, हमारी पृथ्वी पर, उससे ये हमें प्रोटेक्ट करता है. बाय स्क्रीनिंग आउट डेडली अल्ट्रावायलेट रेज ऑफ द सन and bombardment of space debris. Among the four major elements of the environment, the atmosphere is the most dynamic, as changes in it take place not only from one season to another, but also within a short period of few hours. Composition of the atmosphere. So let me start. What is composition? So atmosphere contains the different gases, water, vapor, dust, particle, etc. तो एटमोस्फेयर जो है कंटेन्स करता है डिफरेंट, विभिन्न प्रकार की गैस, पानी, वेपोर, वाटर वेपोर, डस्ट पार्टिकल और एटसेट्रा. सो नाइट्रोजन इज द मोस्ट abundant gas in the atmosphere. It comprises about 78% of the total volume of the atmosphere. Oxygen forms for 21% of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, argon and other gases occupies only 1% of the air by volume. Some other important components of air are dust particles and water vapor. They play very significant role in climatic changes. These dust particles in water vapor are found up to a height of about 12 kilometers. At this height, water vapor represents 2% of the air by volume. Okay, structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere exists in layers. This layering arrangement is known as structure based on temperature: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, and exosphere. One is troposphere. Okay, so the troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere with an average height of 17 kilometer. किसकी? troposphere की. This one बहुत कम है इसकी हाइट, कितनी? 12 किलोमीटर. So height of 17 kilometer. Thick at the equator and only 8 kilometer at the poles. Within this range, the temperature of the air falls of the rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meter of ascent. So this layer contains most of the dust particles and water vapor in the atmosphere. Almost all the weather phenomena takes place in the troposphere. It protects the earth from the direct heat of the sun during the day and keeps the earth warm during night. Stratosphere. Above the troposphere is the stratosphere with a height of about 6 kilometers. The temperature in this layer rises from about 60 degrees Celsius at the base to about 0 degrees Celsius at the top. The stratosphere provides ideal condition for flying of jet aircraft as this layer is free from weather phenomena. Mesosphere. Above the stratopause is the mesosphere. The mesosphere extends from 50 to 90 kilometer altitude. Due to concentration of ozone gas, it is also known as ozone sphere. Temperature decreases again with height in this layer. It reaches a minimum of 110 degrees Celsius at an altitude of 80-90 kilometer in the mesopause. Beyond this layer, temperature increases rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere. The ionosphere extends up to 1050 km in height. The electrically charged particles called ions and the atoms of gases are found in it. This layer reflects radio waves back to the earth and enables reception of radio broadcasts. Exosphere. The topmost layer is exosphere beyond 640 km height. The atmosphere becomes rarefied here. The atmosphere gradually merges with outer space and gives way to inner planetary space. This layer is almost without air. So next is atmospheric pressure. So उसका जो है पर्यावरण दबाव क्या होता है? So the atmosphere extends to a height of 1600 km above the surface of the earth. दिस वास्ट एरिया इज फिल्ड विद एयर. ये जो है पूरा जो बड़ा एरिया है वो हवा से भरा हुआ है. दो एयर इज वेरी लाइट, इट इज वेट विच एक्सर्ट प्रेशर्स ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द अर्थ. It is called the atmospheric pressure. We do not feel it because it is exerted equally in all directions. The pressure of the air is measured with an instrument called a barometer. इससे हम हवा का दबाव जो है हम नापते हैं. Air pressure like temperature decreases with the height above sea level. When we go to high mountains, our ears pop up. Similarly, when we travel by aeroplane, we may notice that our ears pop up due to drop in the air pressure, है ना. हमारे आपने नोटिस किया होगा जब हम पहाड़ों पे जाते हैं घूमने तो जितनी ऊंचाई में हम जाते हैं उतने ही हमारे कानों पर जो है दबाव बहुत ज्यादा पड़ता है हवा का. हमारे कान ऐसे सुन्न हो जाते हैं और अजीब सी आवाज आने लगती है ना. और जैसे-जैसे हम धीरे-धीरे हम मैदानी इलाकों में उतर के आते हैं, तो हमारे कान जो है वो खुलने लगते हैं. तो होता क्या है हवा के दबाव से जो है हमारे ईयर ब्लॉक हो जाते हैं, वो बहुत वो पड़ता है. Air expands of heating rises up and occupies larger space. Cooled air, on the other hand, contact becomes heavier and sinks. Normally, the pressure of air at sea level is 76 centimeter, but decreases at the rate of 1 centimeter for every 100 meter of ascent. The atmosphere pressure is maximum at the sea level. So air pollution. और ये आज की ना सबसे महत्वपूर्ण समस्या है वायु प्रदूषण. और इससे क्या हो रहा है जैसे जैसे वायु प्रदूषण बढ़ रहा है हमारे बॉडी के अंदर मतलब हमारे लंग्स जो है वो इफेक्ट हो रहे हैं. जो हमारी बॉडी उस हिसाब से मतलब हमें सांस लेने में दिक्कत होती है ना. मोस्टली जो पेशेंट होते हैं हार्ट पेशेंट होते हैं और जो अस्थमा के पेशेंट होते हैं उनको भी बाहर मास्क लगा के जाना पड़ता है. और जैसे जैसे हमारी जो जनसंख्या में ग्रोथ हो रही है उसी के अकॉर्डिंग क्या हो रहा है आबादी बढ़ रही है. जो है व्हीकल्स बढ़ रहे हैं, पेड़ों को काटा जा रहा है बराबर. तो उससे क्या हो रहा है हमारा पॉल्यूशन एयर पॉल्यूशन बढ़ता जा रहा है. और जो ये फैक्ट्रीज वगैरह होती हैं इनके जो धुएं होते हैं फैक्ट्रीज के धुएं उड़ना, व्हीकल्स जो होते हैं उनके धुएं उड़ना, तो ये सब चीजें इनसे क्या होता है हमारा जो पूरा एटमॉस्फेयर है वो पॉल्यूटेड हो रहा है. Contamination of the natural environment by waste and other harmful substances called pollution. Okay, the rapid growth of industries. मैंने बताया ना अभी rapid growth of industries, transport, vehicles, even our kitchen releases gaseous substances like smoke are responsible for pollution. So these air pollutions mixed with air and made it polluted. ये हवा में मतलब हमारी हवा को पॉल्यूटेड प्रदूषण से युक्त कर देती है और ये गैसें क्या होती है ऊपर मिल जाती हैं हवा में. ठीक है. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर स्टेट ऑफ कंपोजिशन एयर पोल्यूटेंट्स कैन बी क्लासिफाइड इनटू टू टाइप्स सॉलिड पोल्यूटेंट्स एंड गैसियस. सो सॉलिड पोल्यूटेंट्स क्या होते हैं include dust raised by transport vehicles and other human activities. Carbon particles and other solids are released into the air in the form of smoke by the burning of fuels, asbestos and cement factories, stone quarries, mines, etc. raise huge quantities of dust in the air. So another important source of dust pollution is the volcanoes. To control the sources of air pollutants, public awareness is most essential. Various various laws have been passed by the government. We should help in combating pollution of air. तो इस प्रदूषण को देखते हुए सरकार ने बहुत से कदम उठाए हैं, बहुत सी चीजें अप्लाई की हैं. तो हमें सरकार का साथ देना चाहिए और हमें पेड़ जरूर लगाने चाहिए. वेदर एंड क्लाइमेट, मौसम के बारे में आइए बात करते हैं. वेदर इज द फिजिकल कंडीशन और स्टेट ऑफ द एटमोस्फेयर at any given time. As these conditions change, so also the weather. So the weather of any place is a sum of its temperature, pressure, winds, moisture, and precipitation conditions for a short period of a day or week. The climate, on the other hand, is the average weather condition privileging over a long period of time of the place. A small change in any of the elements which change the weather, while small changes over short periods don't affect climate. वेदर यानी कि मौसम. आपने देखा होगा कि जैसे-जैसे मतलब समय बीतता है, मंथ होते हैं, कभी सर्दी का मौसम आता है, कभी गर्मी का मौसम आता है, तो जगह के हिसाब से जो जहाँ पे मतलब कोई कंट्री है, कंट्री के हिसाब से जहाँ जैसा क्लाइमेट होता है, वेदर भी वहाँ का उसी हिसाब से होता है. टेम्परेचर, टेम्परेचर expresses intensity of heat practically. All of the heat energy on the Earth's solar radiation. The Earth only receives 1 out of 2 billion parts of heat radiated by the sun. The temperature is the measurement of available or sensible heat energy in our system. So, the temperature of a particular place denotes the degree of hotness or coldness of air at that place, and by temperature of a body, we mean how hot or cold that body is. It's measured by means of an instrument called thermometer. So the temperature in atmosphere is not the same everywhere. It keeps on changing constantly. The minimum and maximum temperature of a place can be recorded with the help of a special instrument called 6 maximum and minimum thermometers. अब बात होती है टेम्परेचर की. तो डेली हम जब आजकल तो क्या होता है, मोबाइल होता है ना. मोबाइल में डेली डेली का टेम्परेचर आता है कि आज वेदर कैसा है, आज कितना टेम्परेचर है. जो गर्मी आती है तो उसमें कि ये 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस, 45 डिग्री सेल्सियस, और सर्दियों में डाउन हो जाता है. तो एक वो आता है थर्मोमीटर, उससे टेम्परेचर, जैसे बॉडी का टेम्परेचर हम नापते हैं जब हमें फीवर होता है, तो उसमें फीवर आ जाता है कि 100 है, 101 है, 102 है. तो ऐसे ही हमारा जो एटमॉस्फेयर उसका टेम्परेचर होता है. तो आप नोटिस करेंगे कि जो हमारा मोबाइल है उस पे वेदर और टेम्परेचर दोनों चीजें उसमें शो होती हैं, और जो इसके द्वारा थर्मोमीटर के द्वारा नापी जाती है. Clinical thermometer, which is used by doctors to measure the temperature of the human body, is most common example of instrument used for measuring temperature. है ना. डॉक्टर जब हम जाते हैं, जब हम डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं तो वो सबसे पहले थर्मोमीटर डालता है ना हमारे मुंह में, तो उससे बॉडी का टेम्परेचर पता चलता है कि कितना. फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग टेम्परेचर. An account of differential heating, the following factors most affect the temperature place. First one is latitude. Due to the inclination of the earth's axis, the angle of the sun's rays, है ना. जो अर्थ धुरी पे घूमती है ना, पृथ्वी घूमती है अपनी धुरी पे, और उससे क्या होता है, पृथ्वी घूमती है तो उसकी चारों तरफ चंद्रमा सूर्य सब चक्कर लगाते हैं. तो सूर्य की किरणों के गिरने के हिसाब से, पड़ने के हिसाब से, फॉलिंग ऑन द अर्थ सरफेस varies from vertically on the equator to more and more slanting as one moves towards the poles. तो कहीं पे तो सूर्य किरणें सीधी पड़ती है और कहीं पे स्लैंटिंग पड़ती हैं. तो जहाँ पे सीधी पड़ती हैं वो हॉट होता है, और जहाँ पे थोड़ा वर्टिकली पड़ती है थोड़ा सा वहाँ क्लाइमेट कूल होता है. सो व्हेन द नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर tilt towards the sun, it receives maximum amount of insolation, and the southern hemisphere is away from the sun. So it gives minimum insolation to the places which gets maximum insolation are more heated. Okay, so then the places which receive minimum insolation duration of days and nights also varies from equator. As one moves towards the polar, longer the days, the hotter it is. Number 2 is altitude. The temperature decreases with increasing and altitude from the earth's surface. This vertical decreasing in the temperature is at the rate of 0.65 degrees Celsius per 100 meter. For 165 meter, 1 degree Celsius, it is cooler at the top of the mountain than at the bottom. Distance from the sea. The sun heats and cools land areas more quickly than water bodies. In other words, the land heats up and cools down faster than water bodies such as the sea or lakes. This is why Mumbai is cooler in summer than Delhi. The place Mumbai is cooler in summer. No, near to sea, the climate which is not so hot, not so cool. This type of climate is known as equable climate. The places which are far away from the sea have too hot in summer and too cold in winter. So this type of climate is known as extreme climate. तो जो समुद्र के पास वाले शहर होते हैं वो 12 महीने एक से होते हैं, तो गर्मी में भी मतलब थोड़ा सा ठीक होता है, टेम्परेचर नॉर्मल होता है, गर्मी में बहुत ज्यादा। लेकिन जो एरिया समुद्र से दूर होते हैं वहाँ गर्मियों में बहुत गर्मी पड़ती है और सर्दियों में बहुत ज्यादा सर्दी। ठीक है, तो जो समुद्र के पास वाले जो एरिया होते हैं उनमें नॉर्मल रहता है मौसम। विंड्स, हवा। Prevailing winds also affect the temperature conditions of the areas. The moderating effects of oceans are brought to the adjacent lands, so onshore winds. So on the contrary, offshore winds take the effects of form of cold currents away from land. Ocean currents. There are both warm and cool ocean currents circulating around the world. Warm ocean currents raise the temperature of that areas where they flow, and cold ocean currents lower the temperature of the related areas. Direction of mountains. Mountains act like a barrier of the winds. So Himalayas, which lie in the east-west direction, prevent cold winds coming from the north to enter India, and this has the effect of giving a warmer climate to India. Winds. The horizontal movement of air along the surface of the earth is called wind. हवा सबको पता है, कहीं धीमी चलती है, कहीं तेज चलती है। जो और ज्यादा तेज होती है उसको हम आंधी तूफान का नाम देते हैं, थंडरस्टॉर्म का नाम देते हैं। तो इस तरह से wind is an important element of weather and climate. Some winds blow regularly from high to low pressure areas, whereas some winds blow in particular zones. So some wind also change their direction on account of presence of high mountains or atmospheric disturbances. Wind is named according to the direction from which it blows. है ना, blows यानी किस तरफ को बहती है। ठीक है, और थोड़ी थोड़ी हवा तो डेली चलती है। For example, winds blowing from the western side are called westerlies. Similarly, monsoons coming from the south and west direction are called southwest monsoon, and those coming from the northeast direction are called the northeast monsoon. So, the direction of wind is indicated by an instrument called a wind vane. It has an arrow which rotates freely at the top of vertical row. The arrow always points to the direction from which the wind blows. ये है अ वाइंड वेन, हवा को मतलब पता करने का किस तरह की हवा चल रही है। अ वाइंड सोक इज यूज्ड टू शो द स्ट्रेंथ एंड डायरेक्शन ऑफ द विंड्स। अच्छा, कई बार हमें क्या होता है, हमें इसकी भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, हमें पता चल जाता है। जैसे हमारा घर बना हुआ होता है कि पूर्व किधर है, पश्चिम, पूर्व पश्चिम उत्तर दक्षिण किधर, तो हम आइडिया लगा लेते हैं कि अब पूर्व की साइड से हवा आ रही है, पश्चिम की साइड से हवा आ रही है, इस तरह से। तो द स्पीड ऑफ द विंड इज ऑल्सो नॉट द सेम एट ऑल प्लेसेस एंड एट ऑल द टाइम्स। जैसे मैंने भी बताया कि हमेशा एक जैसी नहीं होती। समटाइम्स इट्स स्पीड इज स्लो एंड समटाइम्स इट इज फास्ट। सो द स्पीड ऑफ द विंड इज रिकॉर्डेड इन किलोमीटर पर आवर यूजिंग एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट कॉल्ड एन एनेमोमीटर। इससे नापी जाती है। The Earth's land masses are heated and cooled more quickly than water bodies during summer. Land is hotter than sea during the day, but during night time cooler than the sea. During the day, air is heated over the land, expansion rises that attracts cooler air from the sea to take its place. दिन में जो है आपने देखा होगा धूप निकलती है तो हवा गर्म लगती है, सर्दियों में तो दिन में भी ठंडी होती है, रात में थोड़ी हवा और ज्यादा ठंडी होती है। So this incoming onshore breeze is known as sea breeze. So during the night, the air starts moving from land to sea. This offshore breeze is known as land breeze. Air always blows from high pressure to low pressure areas. If the difference between the two pressure is more, the speed increases, while if the difference is less, the wind speed decreases. Monsoon. Monsoon आता है, बारिश है ना, जिसको हम बोलते हैं। Monsoon word has been taken from an Arabic word monsoon, which means the seasonal reversal in the direction of wind. Monsoon blows in districts which is in the subtropical and tropical zones. Monsoon are a good example of wind movement. ओके, तो ये है विंटर मॉनसून और ये है समर मॉनसून। साइक्लोन्स। Cyclones represents an area in which the low pressure is developed at the center and the same is surrounded by higher pressure outside a system of circulating. ठीक है, इसको द वेरिएबल winds. Winds around the center of this is cyclone. Atmosphere pressure from the surrounding high pressure area is known as cyclone. Cyclones are also known as depressions. The cyclones often bring thundering clouds and rain. They may cause loss of life and property. So it is very danger for us. Humidity. ह्यूमिडिटी होती है ज्यादातर गर्मियों में, जिसे हम बोलते हैं उमस। और ये ज्यादातर ना जो जो सी एरिया वाले जो सी की तरफ, समुद्र की तरफ जो एरिया होते हैं, वहां ह्यूमिडिटी बहुत ज्यादा होती है। ओके, सो winds which develop as a result of local differences in temperature and pressure are known as local winds. They blow over small areas for a short period of time and are restricted the lowest level of the troposphere. So in the higher level of the atmosphere, the temperature is much lower. So in the air, water is formed in the gaseous form, i.e. water. So water changes into water vapor due to the process of evaporation. है ना, उसको evaporation बोलते हैं, evaporation. The amount of water vapor present in air is called humidity. The temperature is the main factor determining humidity. This is why humidity varies from place to place and time to time. When the hot air rises, it reaches the higher level of the atmosphere. Here, the condensation takes place, the process by which the water vapor of atmosphere gets converted into drops of water is known as condensation. We feel uncomfortable when humidity and temperature are high. होता है ना, बहुत ज्यादा अजीब सा लगता है, एक गर्मी होती है और ह्यूमिडिटी में बहुत बेचैनी होती है। सो वी फील अनकंफर्टेबल व्हेन ह्यूमिडिटी एंड टेम्परेचर आर हाई ड्यूरिंग द रेनी डेज ऑफ समर। ये मौसम आता है हमारा जुलाई अगस्त सितंबर, 3 मंथ के लिए, बहुत गंदा होता है ये। You perspire profusely as the temperature is high, but the sweat does not evaporate quickly because the air is moist or humid. Okay, so humidity is of two types: absolute humidity and relative humidity. Absolute humidity refers to the actual amount of water vapor present per unit volume of air and is usually expressed in grams per cubic meter. It is usually expressed near the equator than the polar region and greater in summer than in winter. Relative humidity is measured by means of an instrument called dry and wet bulb, thermometer or hydrometer, evaporation and condensation. On account of unequal heating of land and water bodies, water vapor is added to atmosphere. The process of transformation of liquid water into gaseous state is called evaporation. The process of conversion of water vapor into liquid state or raindrops is called condensation. Condensation takes place more quickly at the higher latitude than at the lower latitudes. Types of condensation: clouds and dew and frost and fog. बादल के बारे में, the tiny droplets of water rise high into the atmosphere and form clouds. They have moved here and there along the wind in the sky. Clouds are of great variety depending on their height. है ना, आपने देखा होगा ना, आकाश में बादल होते हैं. Next, dew and frost. On cool nights in early winter, when radiation from the ground is relatively rapid, the air in contact with the ground may be chilled to the dew point and moisture condenses on the leaves and grass in the form of dew. If the dew drops get frozen due to fall in temperature, it is called the frost. In dew formation, the dew point is above the freezing point. Okay, so dew and frost from grass quit readily because grass is good radiator and therefore cools quickly. Furthermore, grass and other plants give off moisture which is known readily evaporated at night when the air cools. Next one is fog. फॉग का हमें सामना ज्यादातर सर्दियों में करना पड़ता है ना, दिसंबर जनवरी के महीने में बहुत ज्यादा. Fog is formed in the same way as clouds, with the only difference that fog is formed near the surface of the earth or water bodies. Fog is formed over the water when a cold current meets a hot current. ठीक है. Precipitation. The word precipitation is derived from a Latin word precipitation, meaning a headlong falling down in the meteorological language. So it is the process by which condensed water vapor falls on the earth in the form of rain, snowfall, hail, etc. Forms of precipitation. Precipitation results from the continued condensation and growth of the moisture particles until they become too large to remain suspended in the air. Rain is the most important form of precipitation. If condensation takes place at a temperature above 0 degrees Celsius, the resulting precipitation is in the form of rain. When the cloud pass through a cooler region, the small droplets of water become colder and they join together to form bigger drops. due to the weight they fall through the air on the ground as rain. In a strong turbulent current of thunderstorm, water drops may be carried upward into freezing temperature and eventually falls as when the temperature of the air reaches below the freezing point, the water vapor in the air condenses directly into crystals. Ice storms result when rain already near freezing point falls on the coldest ground and vegetation freezes upon contact. In this is known as snowfall. Types of precipitation of rainfall. On the basis of its mechanism, rainfall can be classified into three types: convection, relief, and cyclonic. Convection rainfall in hot regions like the equatorial region, sun rays strike the earth it, at an almost vertical angle. The rising currents of hot air are moisture laden because of the presence of oceans in this latitudinal zone. When this warm and moist air rises up in the convection currents, it loses its heat in the upper layers of the atmosphere. The cooling of the air results in condensation and formation of cumulus clouds. Heavy rainfall takes place with thunder and lightning. This type of rainfall is called convection rainfall, जिसमें बिजली कड़कती है, बहुत तेज हवाएं चलती. Relief rainfall. This is the most widespread form of rainfall. Relief or graphic rainfall occurs due to the presence of mountains which force the air to rise up. When the moisture-laden winds strike against the mountain ranges, they rise up, expand, cool down, and bring heavy rainfall on the windward side. Such type of rainfall is called relief rainfall. Cyclonic rainfall. It is also known as frontal rainfall. Cyclonic rain is associated with low pressure region on a depression where cyclonic winds coming from various directions. Okay, so convergence force the large volumes of light air to rise and cause rains. So, for the survival of plants, animals, and human, rainfall is of great importance. Rainfall brings fresh water to the surface of the earth. So, too much rainfall causes floods, while too less causes drought. Rainfall is measured by an instrument called the रेल गेज. यानी कि बारिश जो है बहुत जरूरी है हमारे लिए, पेड़ पौधों के लिए, जानवरों के लिए. तो रेनफॉल बहुत जरूरी है, लेकिन वो भी एक लिमिट तक, एक सीमा तक, ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. So dear students, this chapter is in here. I hope you all are very well understand full chapter. So we will meet you the next class. Thank you everyone.